Thank you for coming, guys, and thank you for having me. There's not a lot of you here, so I have a question for you. Who is representing a label here? One, two. Okay. Who's an artist? One. Okay. Who's a manager working for a label? Okay, great. I just have like 45 pages presentation of Believe company, and I want to discuss distribution with you today, but I want to make it tight, and I really want to focus on the people who is here and how can we be helpful for you. Awesome. Right. You work right now? Yes. And in what position? Oh, I see. So you're our client. Yes. As a label. And what's the name of the label? Music Heroes. Great. That is great.
Sorry to interrupt, but just in case, I have a microphone that's for the recording, so I'm going to bring it over in case you want to say something. Cool.
Cool. So maybe you will learn some new stuff. Other who doesn't work with us will definitely know some new stuff, and I will just present you the company in general, and then we'll have like a quick Q&A when you can ask anything you want about digital distribution, innovations, and all that stuff. Okay? So let's go. So it's an introduction. I will, if you're okay, I will read from the screen, and then we can discuss, and you can interrupt me anytime you want with the questions right away.
You can interrupt as well. I'm just gonna bring you the mic.
Yeah. So I will tell you in this agenda who we are, what we do, what we stand for, and highlight our benefits and like our data innovation and transparency, which we are proud of. Believe is a step ahead of everyone in the market. Of course, I'm talking about in general. There are major labels, there are small distributors. Anyway, we're proud of our digital innovations, and that's what we focus on. Just 15 years ago, while the music industry struggled to maintain the traditional business model, amid constant battles against piracy, Believe was already heavily involved in development a sustainable model of digital distribution. As a result, Believe became and remains a stable premier partner for all key digital platforms. We'll talk about that later, about the revenues and what key partner means. I will set an example of the Eastern European market because me personally and Believe, we generally believe that we are believers, so we believe that Lithuanian market and Baltic market in general are rapidly growing. It's up and coming market. I have a few insights that I will share a little bit later, but that's why I'm here, and that's why I will set an example of the markets in EE units in Eastern European, who was at the same stage a year, 2 years, and 3 years ago, and how rapidly we became involved in those markets and how rapidly those markets grew. So, as you can see, a little bit information about Believe, like introduction. 2005. Foundation, Paris, France. 2010, Backstage. Backstage is your personal interface, client interface. I'm sorry, what is your name?
My name?
Yep.
Justin.
Justin. So yes, so Justin knows what Backstage is. 2013, launch in Eastern Europe with iTunes rollout on December 4th of 2012. It's when iTunes launched in 52 countries, if I'm not mistaken. So that's when we hired like 2 new employees in Prague and Budapest. That's when we started integrating our services to the Eastern European market. 2015, TuneCore is acquired. TuneCore is a USA-based digital digital aggregator for DIY artists. I think that you probably are all similar with TuneCore. Anyway, 2021, Believe goes public. It's when we became available on the stock market. And 2022, Believe speaks EE languages. I will explain. With the first native-speaking employees in 2022, we hired, if I'm not mistaken, 2 in Sofia, 3 in Kiev, 2 in Warsaw. and so on and so forth. Anyways, that's as an example that EE markets and belief within the EE markets is rapidly growing, and we are very interested in Baltics and Lithuania in particular. So we really do have plans to maybe not a full-scale office for now, but in the close time to have a representative or maybe a couple of them. We will talk about editorial marketing representatives from Belief and all of that a little bit later. Let's go further. Just the bold figures, I think we can skip it since we don't have a lot of time. Vision and mission: develop all artists and labels in the most suitable way at every stage of their career development in all the local markets around the world with respect to fairness and transparency. And that's I can underline each word because that's true, and I will explain why. Okay, so development of music projects and what we are proud of the most. So our innovative technology in digital marketing, in distribution, and the tools that we provide for our clients, labels, artists, etc., are constantly growing in amount, and we always try to find new ways to upload, promote, and negotiate with the DSPs in the best way to get you the biggest revenues, and for our clients to use the best tools possible, which are not featured even sometimes with the major labels like Spotify Discovery Mode. We will talk about it again a little bit later, a couple of slides further. Believe Eastern Europe, 40 people staff, 800 plus partners, 10 countries with a local presence. Region team. Okay, yeah, so region team, and that's, you can say like every client have this team of experts from Belief when you sign a contract with us and you use us as your distributor for the neighboring rights. So you have a content managers who make sure that the products meet the DSP technical requirements. Video managers, they support everything everything related to the video. Customer support service, they will help like with everything after release was released, after the track was released. So label and artist solutions, that's something extra. Sometimes for the bigger artists, we provide services that's more on the label side, you know. So we provide PR plus radio plugging, even sometimes recording. So it's like a whole team focused on one artist, but it's for an established and top artists only from our side. We believe that the company originally was created as a stable platform for a DIY artists and indie artists to release their music with their own teams, not to get labels involved, major labels with a huge 360 contracts and all that stuff. So that's the main focus of the company, but we still have artist solutions if some of the artists need that. And editorial and marketing partnership with the DSPs. I think you're all familiar with that. As Tomas' colleague, again, I forgot the name of the girl. Yeah, told that it's a huge part of the job of the distribution to always be in contact and get the best results in promotion via DSPs using all their tools. Okay. Highlighting. Artist label manager. That's the first guy like me. I'm / talent scout. So yeah, I'm the guy who can come to you from my side, but also I'm as a artist relation manager or label manager. I will be, if you are our clients, I will be the first guy you talk to about revenues, percentage, contracts, strategy, and all that stuff. After that, we have a technical support, as I already told you. They do everything you want, like to change the audio, to change the cover, to some everything, like for sure. Video manager and editorial marketing. We'll go to that a little bit further. Yep. Believe is a premium partner status with almost all major DSPs. Premium status is that means that we have the biggest revenues for you to acquire from your tracks, from your videos, and etc. There's a how do you call it, gradation, like
tiers?
A gradient, yeah, tiers. There is a tiers where like major labels have almost all of them are the A partner, as preferred partner, premium partner, how you call it, and that's not a lot of distributors with the same partnership, with the same revenues and the same amount of attention from the DSPs as we and major labels and a couple of others. We can skip this slide. This is pretty much the same. So with the Spotify, we can access the platform's initiatives, Spotify Discovery Mode, which is interesting. I will explain it a little bit further. Quick delivery, ingestion, Apple Music pretty much the same, YouTube Music pretty much the same, and all this CIS DSPs, which I don't really like to talk about now, but still, yeah, we are preferred partner with them too. Spotify Discovery Mode. Do you know, guys, what is it? What it is? Yeah, you do for sure. No one else. You see, Spotify Discovery Mode is a new tool from Spotify that they launched with all their partners this year, but Believe was the only one exclusive partner for the last year and a half. We had a contract with them that it's only for us for that a period of time, where we tested it and where we applied everything from our IT guys to make it as perfect as we can for our partners and clients. So it works like that. How it works. Tracks included into Spotify Discovery Mode are recommended in autoplay and radio modes as a priority, but 30% discount is applied to royalties for listening with SDM. So Spotify takes one of your tracks, almost all the time, it's not like the hottest one, it's something from the back catalog, which already dropped in streams. It takes this track and puts it as much as it can into the radio. So when people just listening to a particular genre and the next song is playing, the chances that your track will pop up is much bigger. So it puts your track everywhere. So it more listens goes, more streams, more revenues, but they take 30% discount each stream. But during the periods of 1.5 years, almost 2 years, first of all, our IT team made a tool that can indicate those tracks which can be automatically picked from your library without you even knowing about it, that it will be perfect for this program. And the studies showed that even with a 30% discount, the revenues grew sometimes 1,000%, sometimes 10,000% for tracks.
It's a very interesting topic, so why don't we dive in a little bit on this. So I was just wondering if there's any criterion from any of your partners. Is there any partner size or any partner metrics or any other reason for that matter who can use this feature? Or is it for anyone who signs up, or do they have to reach a certain level in terms of streams, income, or any other metrics in order to be eligible at Believe at using this feature?
No, absolutely not. There's no criteria. There is one thing we do, like that program I told you, like automatic in-house program that has their own criteria. So I don't remember just precisely, but the track must be out for 3 months. It must have been listened more than 100,000 streams per month, but then dropped. So it's below. So it's inside. It's only so Spotify doesn't specify what tracks can be in this program. But we figured out that this is the best way. We don't want to lose money. We don't want our clients to lose money. So the program picks these tracks by itself.
Because there's a risk as well. If
sure.
you're not placing the right tracks or not making the right decisions, then you just end up losing revenues.
Yeah.
So you help manage that risk.
Actually, yeah, I never saw like in a client interface, never saw single track dropping below, like not gaining more, but losing something, dropping below like 5% below it, like previous revenues. But couple of times I saw that, but it's like less than 1% of 100. So most of the time it works. Fine, great, but sometimes it's just spectacular. It's like some tracks can reach super heights with this stuff. Because you see, when you get this program, a lot of people, first of all, a lot of people listen to music. It's not about revenue and like 30% discount. It's like the Spotify is pushing this track everywhere it can, and that's how you like make fan base. That's how you can work with this fan base. That's how you can, and even our tool can collect this data, and that's a pretty fun and great tool. Yeah, we can go further. No. Yeah, pitches and marketing editorial. I spoke to Tomas like 15 minutes ago, and he proved my knowledge that still, sadly, Lithuania doesn't have a dedicated editor from the Spotify, from the DSPs. But I have Baltics, yeah. That's what I meant. Thank you. And I have a rumor for now. It's not like 100% proved, not like even 70. But I trust this person, and they say that Spotify is planning to get a dedicated editor for Baltics next year.
Boom. Bombshell.
Maybe early next year, maybe late next year. No one knows, and maybe it won't happen. But for now, for us as a company, as a big distributor, it's a big deal, because that's the main value we can do, that we can provide for you. So when for now, as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, but for now, I see that Baltics are focused more on the traditional promotion, traditional PR, radio plugging, and all this stuff. Like digital comes second in the revenues, just in the focus. Like, I mean, but that's
there's definitely more income from live and
yeah, for sure. But
events.
that will be hopefully without COVID. That's okay thing all over the world. But digital market is growing rapidly, like 32% each year, globally. So I can imagine. I'm from Ukraine, from Kiev. Right now I'm based in Hamburg, but still I've been on the same page like a couple of years ago back in Ukraine, where there were no editors, and then when we got them, everything changed. And those people, those labels, those artists and managers who were prepared, they switched quicker, and it became their main focus. And when COVID dropped, that was like everybody was losing, and they were like, we're fine. So please consider digital market as a important one, for sure. Right now, we really want to have, and we will have, a representative for Baltics, and we want to get acquainted with you guys and sign you and all that stuff. But right now, we can provide all our services and EMP too, but right now for you it will be only international EMP. So if you local, it will be not much of a value, but try to
for music export more like to other territories. That's good.
Of music export?
You say provide services in other territories, so if there's local artists,
Yeah,
then
yeah,
get
yeah,
music and
for sure.
promote
But
it.
I mean, music export, as I understand it, is more like physical, like going to the showcases, like you have partners from ESNS, exchange, and all that stuff. I mean more digital distribution, like when we push and pitch your tracks globally. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, in Eastern European only editorial marketing partnership is like 3+ people. It's a slide from last year. It's 5 actually right now. 10+ genre specific teams worldwide. So don't we just get a partnership with B Electronics from Berlin. We get a partnership from. There's a lot going on in genre specific because a little bit before we were focused more on indie and pop. Right now, the electronic scene is like booming again. It never stopped, but yeah, right now we focus on it either. So. 6,000+ tracks pitched in 2022, over 80% of them placed, and 600+ playlist covers. Playlist covers, yeah, for example, yeah, it's a Hungarian artist Minelli, and her single was, so she was a local artist and not like huge one. She was big. She's a top artist, but anyways, she's from Hungary, and we placed her single Could Be Something in playlist more than in 65 countries, with 16+ new Music Friday placements, 150+ editorial playlists. So it was and a lot of covers. So even I forget the word in English when you like front page, we will say front page, where in each country you have a different front page with different playlists on Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, YouTube, etc. So it was banners, it was everything she could have. We did it, and that's what we do, and that's why we want to check your market out and try to do something like this with you, even now, even while we cannot provide this stuff for your local market.
That's a very interesting case study. If I can just follow up on that a little bit. I was just curious at which stage of her career Minelli was when she started working with you, and was she already sort of gaining traction, and was she already pitching her music to DSPs, or where was your team the first one to say, okay, now we need to pitch the music to DSPs, and then it exploded? How did it all happen?
Actually, that's a question for Hungarian team, but yeah, I will try. I will try to.
Yeah, if you know, of course.
I will try to explain. You know, right now it's difficult to find an artist who doesn't pitch at all. Like, I mean, not everybody knows that there is a like Spotify for Artists app exists. I understand, but anyways, if the artist is releasing not with their DIY aggregator like TuneCore or something, or CD Baby or DistroKid, where you do this all by yourself. When you on the label, even a small one, they will tell you that you need to pitch. So how it is impossible that she didn't pitch, but when she started working with us, we did the same, but in my opinion better, like we always do. But the release I'm referencing to is a release that was with us. Right. So I don't like, here's the example, but we didn't do that, so that was Warner. No, so right. This release was with us. That's a big accomplishment for Eastern European artists to get ace so much to get in the playlist in so many countries, for sure. Because the best have tried. We have our wins, we have our losers, but we try to do our best. It's easier that way when you do your best, and then even it's not. And even when you don't win, you're like, okay, I did my best. You don't contemplate, oh, I could do better. Yeah, playlists. You understand? Yeah, equal is a other thing that's for sure. There's Hungary again. I stole this presentation from those guys. Anyway, Hungary equal playlists is a cool thing to do, because a lot of for the last 2 months we had not 3 months we have 2 artists from Ukraine who got equal and were featured on the Times Square with a banner, and it's always a cool selling point even for artists when you do your EPK and you send your electronic promotion kits to bookers or something. You're like, here, look, this and this and that, and it's every time a great accomplishment. So this can happen because equal, they try to do and go locally, but internationally it can be too. There's a dedicated playlist, equal international. Video service, I will just skip this, guys, because we don't have a lot of time. We have as I said previously, have a dedicated video team who optimizes your channel, who deal with all the legal rights, whitelisting, etc., etc., etc. And they have their own measurements, own figures, and actually you can have a contract with Believe only on video, only on your video channel. So maybe you're but yeah, with one exception, you must be producing music. So it's not like I'm a TV show and I want to collect revenue through Believe. No. So if you're, I don't know, music blogger and your main focus is YouTube, but you already have a contract with a local label for the DSPs, you can come and get our preferred partner membership network connected, like that. Let's go. Yeah, inside that tool, that interface backstage, you have a lot of fun things, like a VMO, the video monetization optimizer. It helps you to do everything to optimize your channel. It's very self-explanatory. Expertise, actually there's screens from Believe backstage either, just in the, and our video managers made a research, and the research showed that it's a 25 increase in your streams in the DSPs in streams if you optimize your channel and you upload video and you communicate with your audience via YouTube proper way. It can be up to 25% average. So pay attention to YouTube still, while the revenues dropped this year, but still pay attention.
If I may just clarify, are you talking here more about music videos that are specifically made, or some sort of automated video generated
No. Music videos communicating via everything YouTube offers. So you must use your YouTube channel, not like only, okay, I have a lyric video, I have a
more like interviews and
everything. Just yeah,
that's
like,
outside music videos.
I'm not a YouTube professional, but it's like community tab or chatter or something. You should post there like you post on TikTok, X, or how you call it right now. Yeah, post it on YouTube before Elon Musk will buy it. Okay. Yeah, and call it Y, for sure. That innovation. Backstage. This is the interface where you can do everything, where you upload your music, when you get your big data from. It's not like super unique because everybody has an interface. I don't know, major labels, rivals, our partners, everybody. But this one, arguably the best one. Super intuitive, a lot of things you can do with that, and we're really proud of Backstage. For me, even when I started working, it was like, here it is. And I had problems with just forget it. Anyway, I get stuck on one thing without any guidance. So it's very, very easy to operate, and a lot of data you can collect from it. Music data, genres, etc., etc. You also have a promotion kit, so you can create your multi-links inside believe backstage, so no need to use other like Linktree, band links, and all that stuff. And you can customize a lot. It looks like Canva. It's a lot you can do inside. Okay. Yeah, actually, we implemented it half a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. It's a TikTok monitoring. So Believe implements a tool that shows a number of creations on TikTok, views, regions, and most importantly, the effect of those creations streaming overview. With the knowledge, you can adapt strategy, provide second boost for your best performing tracks. Yeah, that's a fun thing to see. Yeah, you have inside a TikTok, you have your statistics too, but it's not joined with your overall music. It's more like TikTok only, and here you can understand much more and get more information. Also, the playlisting tool, if you manage to get somewhere, you can see where, when, or top charts. It will go like this track got in a top chart in Lithuania or like in Belgium starting this date, and the drop of the chart starting the date gained so many streams, and so on and so forth. We have inside Believe backstage, we have educational programs, courses, and all that stuff, which are free of charge, and we also partner with these programs, and we gave a certification when you pass these exams and these courses. Financial analytics is very self-explanatory. It's colorful. It's easy to understand, and it's very transparent. And we are very, very focused and very proud that we have very not a lot of questions about, oh, please explain me why I earned so much, or where my money, or something like that, because it's super transparent. And let's shape future of music, the region together. Thank you.
Thank you, Stanislav.
And now, yeah, I tried to
yeah,
make it
that's
tight.
very
So,
good
yeah,
timing. That's very good timing. We have about 5 minutes left for this talk, so opening up to questions. If there's any, raise a hand. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if there's any, just raise a hand. We'll come over to it. But just so we discuss on what's been mentioned. So let's say there's an artist and they started putting their music out there. Maybe they're using a DIY distributor or something. So is there a right timing in your eyes where they should be looking for an upgrade and should be looking for a solution of a distributor? When is the right time for them in your eyes to go for an upgrade from the DIY model?
You see, we have a like it said, not a gradation. How you all called it?
Tiers.
Tiers.
Yeah.
We have the tiers, like top artist, established artist, mid-level artist, and we have entry-level artists. But in our eyes, entry-level artist is not like super freshman who just released the first track. It's artists like previous guys said. It's artists with a small team, or artists who already like get to the wall, and he was now I need to understand more, now I need to go further, now I need to expand my knowledge and try to find the best. But I can explain it like that. I always explain it's like when you build in your artist career. This doesn't concern labels, but maybe labels too. You like if you build a house, so you have 4 walls and a roof. So you start, the first thing you know, the first wall is a recording, so you need to find a great place, great studio, great mastering and all that stuff. This is the first one. The second one is the distribution. So on the second one, you already need to understand what you have, what options. You can go DIY with a TuneCore, or you can find a label, or you can go like direct contracts. Just contact me and ask, can I already be with you or not? So that's the second wall. Next one is PR and everything around PR. There's a huge wall. Then there's concerts and booking, and the last one is celebrity marketing. When you have like advertising money for advertising, I don't know, Pepsi or something.
Right, that makes sense. And let's say whenever you have someone signing up with you and they want to make sure their music reaches a bit more ears and, you know, the good services that you mentioned in terms of Spotify discovery mode and everything. So you mentioned there's a couple of recommendations from your team saying like there's a track with maybe 100,000 streams that has dropped, has been out there for some time, and then maybe it's a good idea to put it on discovery mode. Equally, are there any sort of targets, goals, or limits in terms of any new artists signing up, what they have to reach in order to get attention from the beliefs, editorial or marketing or teams, whatever you call them internally, and get the belief team to work specifically on this artist project? Because I imagine you might have quite a few artists and labels, so how do you decide where to put your focus and effort, and what advice you can give to the people who want to work with you or currently working with you to get that attention from your teams?
Well, first of all, we have a talent scout across the whole world, and we very, very believe their opinion. So for me, if I know that this label approaches me and I know artists who are already signed, but they're very, very small, but I know the person on the market, who is he or she, and sometimes I don't need any figures, like nothing, like they're just starting, and I can sign them because as a talent scout, that's my job, and the same in the other countries too. But like again, like in whole culture or music business, like previous guys told, we always, as a company, will always want to give an additional value. So there's no point for you to start with us on the early stage, because we won't be able to give as much as we can because you're small for now, and you will be pissed and you're like, I thought it will be like right away. So when you have accomplished something and you're looking for an upgrade, that's when we can come and say, okay, we can do that, this and that. Or if you're like rapidly growing, I don't know, there's a genre like funk music, and it's like one track can be like billions of streams and all that stuff, but I won't sign that guy. That's the label's job to do, so that's their food and their money, because I, as a company, we believe that long distance relationship works. We don't have contracts less than 3 years, sometimes very, very exclusively, but we have a contract, like a project contracts for some amount of tracks, and that's all for big artists. But we are putting ourselves out and all our expertise and our tools to not rapidly but steadily grow an artist with us.
Makes sense. Last opportunity for any questions, if there's any. Yep, one moment.
Hi. I just wanted to ask how would it be relevant even considering if you're an artist from Lithuania? Because I just watched as you talked, because you talked about Minelli, and she has like 1.5 million streamers per month. And I just watched our biggest artists, and they have like at max 170,000 listeners per month, and it's like the best. And all of those that we consider big, they don't even reach 100,000 listeners a month. So, because it's a very small market, yeah. So, would it be even like possible for an artist from Lithuania to be
featured,
Competitive.
be featured on those, like,
competitive in this platform?
For sure. I mean, Minelli is an astonishing accomplishment. So it's a lot of countries. So that's why I featured this in a presentation. So look, here how it can be. We all know the story of Dua Lipa without like background, but still first show on the SNS. And where is she now? Like, I mean, not everyone who's on the SNS showcase, got to the top like that. And it's astonishing accomplishment. But on the other hand, I had a artist from CIS back before the war. I was working with that market too. And they had even bigger artists. Like Minelli has 1.5, and they had, like, I don't know, 8 million or something, and they didn't get so much attention. So first of all, it's all depends on the product. You know, if the song is great and the team working out, like every chain is working properly, that will go somewhere and hopefully like high. So our parts of the chain is pretty much the same. We put a lot of effort to each artist we release. But when the DSPs on their side starting to show interest, that is always easier, and then we can negotiate, we can do a little bit extra. And maybe not 150 plus playlists, not 65 countries, but equal playlists featuring in the regional, like EE, for example, because it's really hard to get on the playlists of UK or even Germany. That's super hard. But like when we're talking about EE, and I think that's the first part where we'll, like, the part of the world where we live, and which is kind of connected. This is absolutely okay, and actually absolutely possible.
And I guess the bombshell news that we are going to have some editorial people here.
Hopefully, that's what Little Birdie
right?
told me. Hopefully.
Right.
Hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
So, as far as I understand, probably the way Spotify can go, it's connects Baltics region with the editor, the chief editor from EE, and just find a representative, like an editor under her editor for each Baltic country, and hopefully next year.
Great. Any more questions? One more. Let's go.
Hi.
Hi.
You mentioned that in order to get into Believe, you would consider an artist who had, as I understand, a considerable amount of accomplishment. Could you clarify on the accomplishment? Like, what is that? Like, do you have to... Would you qualify if you would have like a particular amount of streams, or like how to measure that accomplishment?
You see, not only streams, artists as a definition, you know, it's right now it's not like you put out music and you're an artist. No, you need to have social networks, you need to communicate, you need to be a personality, first of all. So we study all of that. So when interesting guy or girl or band approaches me or one of my colleagues, we'll look at this, I can say even like projects in general. So if it's steadily growing, with the bumps, ups and downs, but still steadily growing, and it has everything in our vision, everything in our that's, like, you can say that this is an artist, this is a great project. The second question is, do you have a team? How big is your team? How much money? Because that's absolutely okay question when you pitch. Like, we will spend on this release. You say it to Spotify to show them like your commitment, to this release. So even on the start, we say like, how much money do you spend on your team, and who is your team? Is it family, or it's brother, sister, or girlfriend? Family is okay. Girlfriend, not all the time is okay. Believe me, or boyfriend. They tend to disappear. So there is no such question that this is only way we decide. So each time it's different. You can approach at any stage of your career. You can contact me. You can contact via contact form on the website. It will still come to me, believe, but still, anytime you want. And then I for sure will tell you, sorry, come back later, or oh, cool, I have a couple more questions, or just make you a offer right away.
Cool. Well, we have to end that there. So thank you very much, Stanislav. A round of applause for our speaker.